Hello everybody, this is your boy Mr. What If here, bringing you a brand new video on my YouTube channel. And yes, this is going to be another part of What If Deku is Joker except good guy. And I apologize for spending 3 weeks off, I believe, from doing videos. And yeah, so recap of last part of What If Deku was a Joker except good guy. Last part, I believe I finished off the USJ attack, and now I'll be moving on to the sports festival. So let's hop into this video, shall we? So I'm going to time skip to the first part, straight to the day of the sports festival. Sorry about the background noise. I'm gonna skip to the first day of the sports festival, which basically, if you're wondering what Deku's been doing for his training for the sports festival, isn't really nothing much besides training with Kurashima, getting stronger. And he's been working on his green toxic gas ability, and he's thinking about planning to use that the whole entire tournament. Well, not really use it the whole entire thing, but like he knows there's gonna be like at one point there's gonna be like a fighting part of the whole thing, of the whole sorry about that, of the whole sorry. He knows there's gonna be a fighting portion, so Deku's planning on using that for the whole fighting portion, for this fighting part of the tournament. So I'll say everything that happens like in the field race stays the same. Nothing changes in the field race, but when it comes down to the cavalry battle will be consisted of a team of Deku, Tokiyami. I'm not gonna say Uraraka. I'm gonna say he actually chooses the plant girl from Class 1B and Momo Yaoruzu. So Momo Tokiyami, the green-headed girl that has the vine cork with her hair from Class 1B, and Deku. And Bakugo's team basically stays the same. And Todoroki team, without having Momo on it, is going to have Uraraka. So Deku is basically, his team is defense strategy, but if somebody try to get close, he'll try to use the green smoke as a diversion to escape. So their plan is just to stay on the defense side. And how I can see this working is that he will tell the girl with the vines cork to like do her little blessing of God for like a shield or to defend them off of attacks. Tokiyami would have the 360-degree angle, and Momo could provide shields for everyone just in case of those two defenses don't work. And then Deku could use his trump card, which is the green smoke, to, paralyze and immobilize his opponents. And I'll say that Deku is not going to be the person on top. So instead of it being Deku's team, it's going to be Momo Yaoruzu's team. And Deku's going to be one of the horses. So I'll say that their team is basically much aesthetic, because everybody most likely, when they do their cavalry battle, they'll most likely have Deku move around with his team, or if Deku has the ability of flight or to jump high, they'll send him into the sky and all of that. Or they'll try to use like a trap ability that Deku has, trying to surround the area and stuff. But I'm going to say that Deku, he doesn't move from his position. Like, him and his team stand not at the edge, but in the center of the arena, so they can get a good 360 degrees of everything around them. So they're in the middle, smack dead middle of the arena, and everybody's going after their team, and the people that try to go up to them but didn't succeed, they'll try to go after other people. And I'll say that Monoma's team stays I'll say instead of Monoma's team attacking Bakugo's team, they're attacking Todoroki's team. And the reason why is because Monoma kind of sees Deku as a rival due to how he's not just kind of like well, he's kind of like sees Deku as like someone that could potentially be like one of the world's greatest villains, but still a great rival. And he's very interested, and I'll say that he heard rumors about what happened in the USJ about Deku's trump card, and he's very interested in using that for himself. So Monoma is very much interested in Deku, and I'm gonna have that set as the main rivalry for this whole entire What If Monoma versus Deku rivalry. Um. So yeah, Monoma's team is going after Todoroki's team instead of Bakugo one because Monoma somehow found out that Todoroki has another trick up his sleeve with his other side of his body being fire, and he's interested on how he doesn't just have one quirk that acts like two quirks, but they're both powerful for defense and offense. So yeah, so and I'll say that he's giving Todoroki a run for his money because he's just switching out between his because Monoma is just switching out between Todoroki and his team. But yeah, so Monoma's team is giving Todoroki's team a run for the money. And due to them having Uraraka, and Uraraka's not much of the, go-getter type. Well, she is, but she's not like more of a go-getter type. She's more of a, okay, if you got a plan, we'll try to do this. Or if you got a plan and it don't work and you try to improvise it, alright. She's more of that person. And I think she's more of a follower than much of a leader, to be honest with you. So yeah, she's gonna be kind of the only possible downfall of Todoroki's team. And this gives Bakugo's team a whole lot of more opportunity to go after Deku. And of course, due to Tokiyami's 360-degree angle with Dark Shadow and the Vine Girl from Class 1B both using their defensive measures at the same time, it's kind of pissing Bakugo off. And I'll say that everything stays the same for the remainder of the whole entire sports festival. And then sorry about that, this is when they would probably go and attack. So yeah, I'm putting this as a possible, the most logical way I could put it is that Bakugo would get close, but Deku would always be right there, a whole lot of steps ahead of him. So that wouldn't really be much of a worry for Deku. And if he needs to, he can just ask Momo um to make those flashbang grenades to blind Bakugo's vision, even though it's gonna hurt Tokiyami just a little bit. But yeah. And I'll say that teams that come in first is going to be Momo's team, aka Deku's team. First place. Believe it or not, I'm going to say that Monoma's team comes in second, then Todoroki, and then it's Bakugo's team. And then everybody else come in their original place. And now we're going to move on to the tournament part of the USJ. So first off, it's not going to be Deku, and the guy that has the ability to mind control is going to be Tokiyami versus Monoma. That's going to be the first fight of the tournament, Tokiyami versus Monoma. And Monoma knows about Tokiyami's little weakness due to light. So I'll say that Monoma would try to go up to he would actually walk up to He would actually woke up to Bakugo getting Bakugo pissed off and saying that, yeah, Bakugo could have came in such a higher place, but he was too blind to anger. And this is when Bakugo would try to throw an explosion, and Monoma would would barely dodge and tap his arm and say, "Look at that." And then this is when Bakugo would try to attack him again. But I'll say that a regular hero, not a pro or anything, just a regular sidekick hero would intervene and tell Monoma to go to his match. And then Monoma versus Tokiyami. Midnight would say 1, 2, 3, go, as when Bakugo would start screaming out, "I hope that the kid with the blonde hair loses." This is when everybody would tell Bakugo to stop saying that, and then Bakugo would be like, "If you tell me what to do again, I'll explode you. I'll explode you all sky high." And this is when Monoma would say, "Funny," would yell into the stand saying, "Funny, Bakugo, I was thinking the same thing." And then this is when Tokiyami would use Dark Shadow, and Dark Shadow would try to rush at Tokiyami, but Monoma would put his hand on the ground and then shoot a giant explosion, propelling him upward into the sky. This shocks everybody. And then this is when Todoroki remembers, would state that Monoma from Class 1B actually has a quirk that allows him to copy quirks. And then Bakugo was like, "So, wait a minute. He touched my arm. You cheating little." And then Monoma would say, "Thanks, Bakugo, for the quirk." And this is when he would rocket himself down towards Tokiyami. And then Tokiyami would try to use Dark Shadow as a defensive measure. But since Monoma, when he copies somebody's quirk, he actually... Sorry about that. When Monoma copies somebody's quirk, he actually knows how to use it a little bit better than they do. But he only has like a short time limit to it. And he can't hold on to the quirk for very long. Unless he switches it out or his time limit runs up. And I'll say that that's a big key factor for Monoma. That once he touches somebody, he doesn't just get their quirks, but he knows how to use their quirk way better than they do. So this will be somewhat similar to Tokiyami versus Bakugo's fight, but except a little bit faster and a little bit less time. And less amount of time. So Monoma is realizing that Dark Shadow, even though it's a entity of Tokiyami, it still represents Tokiyami, so it must have weak spots like a normal, ordinary human being, which actually proves to be effective, which I don't even know why nobody else thought about that. Even though he's a spirit entity, an entity of Tokiyami, and it's his quirk, wouldn't he still basically have the same weaknesses as pressure points? So Monoma would do this, and then his theory isn't wrong, but it's wrong. His theory is wrong, but it is right. The points that he hits do act like a weak point, but it's not that much. Due to how much power he's pushing towards a weak point, it's doing damage, but not much as a weak point, like a pressure point. But I'll say that Monoma is doing this very well, hitting weak points like a human's body. I'm sorry for the interruptions. I really do apologize. And yeah, so the winner of this fight would be Monoma. The fight between Deku and I'm trying to remember his name. Who's the purple-headed kid's name? Sensho? I don't know how to say it properly. Something like that. Sensho or I don't know how to say his name. The purple-headed kid with the mind control quirk. Deku, like I told you, Deku's planning to use his trump card, which is the green toxic smoke. So he'll end up using this, and this actually gives fear to Monoma, causing Monoma to get scared. like scared a lot because he hasn't seen so much, like all his greatest fear come to one mixed with other great fears from other people, and then the spectators are like in shock to see like a giant mystic of green smoke surrounding the whole entire battlefield. And then once the green smoke settles, we all see Monoma. No, not Monoma. Since I can't say the purple kid, the, the kid with the mind control cord. There, I'm gonna say that. The kid with the mind control cord is passed out, is like traumatized, passed out onto the floor, and Deku's declared the winner. And then I'll say that everybody else's fight stays the same. Besides, the only match that stays the same is besides Momo's fight. She actually goes up against. I'll say that Momo will go up against Mei Hatsume, and Ida could go up against somebody from Class 1B. I swear to God, they would never stop texting. Yeah. Ida fights somebody else from Class 1B. Her minor character from Class 1B or Class 1C or support class, he fights one of them. But Momo versus Mei Hatsume is more like a who can create what or who has a better advantage of creating gadgets or weaponry. And I'll say that Momo would actually come out on top for how much power, but not due to the better creation. So Momo wins that battle, which was kind of like a awe and ooh battle, like seeing all these different creations and technology and seeing how smart these females are. Yeah, female power. Oh my God. And yeah, we get everything goes the same until we get to I'll say we get to Momo versus Ida. Ida tries to use reciprocal burst and like get it over quickly, but Momo would know that he would try to go for this, and then she would create like I'll say that Momo would actually create like little those. Momo would remember about little those little mind bombs at the track and field part of the of the whole sports festival, like the land mines, and she would actually create demi versions of them, and they would actually prove to be a little bit effective. Like every time Ida would try to rush to her, she would quickly throw one under his foot, and he would step on it and then blast him back. And I'll say that this happens for a good 2 or 3 minutes of Ida just quickly running on one of the little landmines. And then Ida would have enough and he'll use reciprocal burst one more time. This is when Momo would create like a shield, but in the middle of the shield is actually another landmine. And then Ida would try to grab onto her shield, would try to use the shield to push her back. But Momo would activate the landmine, causing her to fly back. But it also causes Ida to fly back. And I do apologize. I really freaking do. I really do. I know you guys wanted a proper video. I apologize. Yeah, and I'll say that they'll get like a double ring out. And if you're wondering about Kurashima and Tetsu's fight, Kurashima wins the little boxing match they had easily due because he has one for all. So yeah. Then we get a fight between Then we get Deku versus Todoroki. Deku buffs himself up and blitz towards Todoroki. Todoroki will try to use his ice. And I know what you guys are saying. Wait a minute, you forget about the whole part of Deku and Endeavor. I'll say that Deku was more ambitious to go fight Todoroki. So he doesn't do the whole wander off thing until his name gets called like he did in canon. He actually rushes towards the fight, running right past Endeavor. And I'll say that Endeavor tried to like save Dave, but due to how fast the kid was running, he couldn't say anything. So yeah, I would say that their fight kind of stays the same, except Deku's not breaking any bones or anything. And then this is when Todoroki says, "I swear to you, Deku, I'm only going to beat you with my ice." And then Deku would be oblivious to this, be like, "Only beat you with your ice? Ain't that really originally your quirk?" And then this is when Endeavor would say, would yell out to Deku to tell would yell at Todoroki instead of Deku, saying, "Use your fire side." And then Deku would say, "Wait a minute, you have two quirks?" And this is when everybody will look dumbfounded, especially in Class 1A, because they will look dumbfounded at Deku, and Deku would be a little bit oblivious to this. And then Todoroki would say, "You didn't know that I had two sides to my quirk?" It's sad that everybody else knew, or at least had a kind of a hint of it, but you didn't know? And you're literally, what, our smartest kid in class? And then Deku would say, "You can't blame a guy for doing what he do best, which is which is basically being a badass." So Deku and Todoroki would say, would yell at Endeavor, saying, "I'm not using my fire side, just my ice." And then Deku would say, "Come on, just use your fire, so you can just stop being a little crybaby about it and just do it already." And then Todoroki would be like, "So you agree with my father?" And then Deku would say, "I totally disagree with your dad. You shouldn't use your fire side." And then Todoroki would be like, "But you just said I should." Then Deku said, "I know what I said, but then again, why would I give you an upper advantage to win this fight?" This is when Deku would buff up his arm, decking, like literally punching Todoroki in the stomach, sending him flying. Todoroki would catch himself with the ice. And then Todoroki would say, "You're confusing me now. Stop playing mind games." And then Deku would say, "But that's my favorite game to play." And this is when he would use his green smoke ability, covering the whole field. And then we'll see, and this is what Todoroki sees. He just sees a whole lot of Endeavors and his mom being abused. You see his mom getting hurt and Endeavor being way worse than what he is. And this is when Todoroki would ignite his fire, causing the green flames, causing the green smoke to start to die down. Would actually blast the green smoke away, the green gas away, and Todoroki is using his fire. And then this is when Endeavor would start saying, "Shoto." And then President Mike would be like, "Oh wow, we got a really big motivator from Endeavor." And this is when Aizawa would say, "I knew Deku would try to pull a stunt like that." And then President Mike would say, "What do you mean, Aizawa?" And then Aizawa said, even though Deku said he doesn't want to give Shoto an upper hand advantage, using his green gas, which is actually acts as a fear enhancer, he used it to make Todoroki ignite his flames. And then I said, and then this is when President Mike would say, "That's kind of a smart kid." And then Mr. Aizawa said, "I know, he's one of the best in my class. He actually scares me." And this is when Deku's eyes would start to light up green, and he would buff up even more in his right arm and left leg. And then this part acts like in canon, where Todoroki sends out a double attack mixed with his fire and ice, and Deku would use pure physical strength and extreme wind pressure, and they will collide. Except this time, instead of Deku being the one, and this will happen same as in canon, but instead of this time, Deku getting blasted out the ring, Deku's actually knocked out inside of the ring, holding Todoroki in his arms. And hey, before you all type in the comment section, wait a minute. Hey, that's a little. Before you all type in the comment section saying, wait a minute, that's a little gay, isn't it? A boy shouldn't be holding another boy like if he's a female. That's a little gay, Mister What If. I didn't know you were like that. I didn't know you supported the Todoroki X Deku or Deku X Todoroki ship. I'm like, but to be honest with you, I totally hate that. I am not with that. I'm just saying, as a father, I'm not trying to be like that, alright? There is no such thing as a Todoroki X Deku ship. I don't care what you say. That is just gay. I don't know why people like that. But no, I'm not trying to make a Todoroki X Deku little scene. It's just that Deku is in his buff form. Right now he's taller than All Might, and All Might's buffed up form. And he's knocked out holding Todoroki in his arms, like hugging him. And then Todoroki would start to cry a little bit, saying that no matter what, you were trying to get me to fight you at full capacity, knowing that you would lose. And then this is when the medical people would carry Deku to recovery girl so he could get patched up. And then this is when we would get a short break, and then we would cut to Momo versus Bakugo. And Momo actually puts up a way better fight than Uraraka could ever do against Bakugo. Like, she's making bang grenades. She's using those little, she's using the landmines from the track and field part of the whole sports festival. She is doing way much better. Like, she's literally whooping Bakugo. She's not letting this man get up. Like, this man is getting knocked to the ground, gets knocked back into the air, gets launched up into the air a little bit, gets sent flying back, knocked back, but just playing ping pong, just playing tennis, ping pong with the mans. She's playing hockey. She's got a metal pole, just playing hockey with the mans. Hit him upside the head. She's going ham on the man. She's not even letting Bakugo get up. And Bakugo's getting pissed off because he's losing to a rich little princess that think that she's all that. And due to her whooping him right now, he's thinking that, oh, now she thinks that she's a rich little princess. She's high and mighty. This is when Bakugo would cut her off with an explosion, but Momo would quickly do a move that Deku did to Bakugo, which would get Bakugo thinking like, wait a minute, Deku taught her how to fight? And this is when she would do one of those those one-hand back overthrows, actually throwing Bakugo out of the ring. And then everybody's laughing at Bakugo, saying that he actually lost to a girl. And Bakugo's getting even more pissed. And yeah, so we get a fight, Momo versus Todoroki. I'll say that Todoroki is just using his ice at this point since he used too much fire. I'll say that he's actually used his fire instead of his ice. Because his side that took the most damage, I'm just going to say it's his ice, so he's going to have to use fire regardless. And then Momo is just creating just using a shield. And every time Momo tries to create a weapon to hit Todoroki, he's either burning it or knocking it out of her hand using his fire. And then I'll say that Todoroki's losing stamina completely, and so is Momo. And then a last-ditch effort, Momo creates a little wooden baseball bat. If you know what I mean by her creating a wooden baseball bat, then you know why I'm going with Momo's character. Once again, I do freaking apologize. And if you know what I mean by Momo creating a baseball bat, then you know what I mean by what her character is going to be like, okay? So yeah, she creates a wooden baseball bat, which shocks Todoroki. Todoroki tries to use his fire, but he realizes he can't. And he's trying to generate up a fire attack, but he feels like his arm is getting ready to burn off. And then Momo will quickly knock this man upside the head, knocking him out. And then Momo would say, "You're kind of a hothead, aren't you?" And then Momo would be declared the winner of the whole entire sports festival. Todoroki in second, and Bakugo in third. And I'll say that Deku's in the crowd audience, and then this is when Momo would run. No, I'll time skip to like where everybody's going home. I'll say that Deku just got out of the infirmary after watching what everything happened, the rest on TV because he was actually badly injured, so he was still in the infirmary. And I'll say he's leaving the infirmary, and he witnessed everything that happened on TV. And this is when Momo will run and hug Deku, saying if he's okay. Deku would say, "Yeah, that was a nice swing of that wooden baseball bat you did there." And then Momo would start to blush, and Deku would walk off and say, "See you later." And I'm going to be agreeing with Deku on the "see you guys later" part. So, peace, fams. And this video is going to be a makeup, not for the 3 weeks I believe I was gone, but also for my 500 subscriber episode. So this is my 500 subscriber special, since I can't upload later because I got to go get my phone fixed. Alright, so I hope you like, subscribe, and thanks for the 500 subscribers. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, catch you in the next part. Peace, fams.